Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to downgrade your iPhone 4 to any version of iOS. All you're going to need is SHSH Blobs, and I'm going to be showing you guys also how to check for those and see if you are eligible to downgrade your iPhone 4. So here I have an iPhone 4 16 gig running iOS 6.1.3, and I got this in a lot of phones quite a while back. And this phone and a 32 gig iPhone 4 running iOS 7.1.2 have SHSH for older versions of iOS. So I've already downgraded the 32 gig one from iOS 7.1.2 back to iOS 4.3.5, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it here with this 16 gig one running iOS 6.1.3. So the first thing you're going to go ahead and do is download Red Snow. Then you want to click on Extras and SHSH Blobs, and then query them and just see if you have any available, and if you do, like I did, you can downgrade to an earlier version of iOS. You can also use 3U as well. This is a handy way of being able to back up your SHSH and also be able to see if you have any available as well. Then you want to go ahead and head over to ipsw.me and download the firmware that you're going to be downgrading to. So I'm going to be downgrading to iOS 5.0.1 as I have 5.0.1 blobs. So I went ahead and downloaded that, and now that's in my downloads. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that to the desktop so I can find it easily for this video. Basically, you don't need a whole lot of things. So going back into Red Snow, click on Extras, then Even More, and then go ahead and click on the Restore button. And then in here, you can go ahead and select your IPSW, and once that's done, you can choose whether or not to update baseband or not. I did not update the baseband. I kept it with what it was running. And then you want to go ahead and either remotely fetch the blobs if they're stored on Cydia server, or if they you had them saved from years ago, then you can go ahead and just click on select them from your computer. But I just went to select them from the internet, and that worked just fine. Now the first problem I ran into was it actually failed, and that was because Windows was installing drivers for the mobile device for iTunes. The first thing you want to go ahead and do is put the phone into DFU mode. It will give you a guide on how to do that. So you just hold the home and power button for 10 seconds, and then when the screen goes black, hold the power button for another 2 seconds, and then keep holding the home button but let go of the power button, and you'll be put into DFU mode. Then the app Red Snow will put it in pure DFU mode by exploiting it, and then it will go ahead and start restoring the iOS version that you wanted. Now, like I said, this only works with SHSH blobs, so if you don't have any blobs, you won't be able to downgrade. But you can dual boot using Coolbooter, and I have a video on that which will be left down in the description of this video. Obviously, it takes some time, but once you're done, you can see here, we can go ahead and set it up. So it's iOS 5, so we've got the setup on the phone instead of having to connect to iTunes like I did with iOS 4.3.5. And go ahead and activate the phone, and it activates just fine. And we can go ahead and skip the Apple ID section just for now. And go ahead and set up this iPhone on iOS 5.0.1. Now this worked from iOS 7 back to iOS 4. So as long as you have SHSH, you can downgrade your iPhone 4. Now my 4S, just running iOS 8.1.1, has SSH for iOS 5.1.1, so there may be a downgrade video on that coming out soon, but you can see here, this iPhone 4 is now running iOS 5, and this means that I now have an iPhone 4 and 4S on every major version of iOS that it can run. Special thanks to Altec, who helped me with this downgrade. Make sure to go ahead and check him out on Twitter. Link will be down in the description. And also check out me on Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time. Another one with my great videos.